to body.
So another test, if someone's not comfortable touching somebody and they say, well, can I do a demo without touching them? What could I have them do? You can do one. You can do a flexibility test. Go ahead and have the person put their toes and heels together. Lock your knees so they're locked and just bend forward and see how far you can go. And what you want to do, if you have a little tape measure, you can measure. Okay, and okay, that's good. You tell them not to bounce. It's just a non-cold stance. How far can you go? You're not touching them. Go ahead and give them the product and have them do the demonstration again. The flexibility one, it takes a minute or two for the body to reorganize itself. So if you're going to show the flexibility, if you're doing the balance and cell phone and you want to show flexibility, do the post-test balance and strength before you do the flexibility again. You want to give it enough time for the body to actually respond and to reorganize. See, when you're using Nutrazon, really what happens as the brain balances, it's almost like running a defrag on your computer. So you ran the defrag and then it takes time for the body to organize. And by the way, that's why hydration is so important. The more hydrated you are, the more effective the results. So if someone's dehydrated, or let's say you're doing a demonstration, someone's been out drinking the night before, or they just finished having a cup of coffee, give them a glass of water before you give them the product. That way you ensure hydration. So you have flexibility, you have some different pieces. Another thing you can do is ask them if they have any discomfort. How do you feel right now? How's your focus, your clarity, stress, anything sore? And if someone says, you know, my shoulder's a little sore, I'll say, how's it sore? When you move it, is it sore? Is it just sore sitting there? You want to get them to identify what's going on with them. So after you give them the product, you could go ahead and check. So any aches and pains, stiffness, everything's pretty good?
Everything's pretty good right now.
Okay, good, good. So you have a number of different demos you can show there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and thank you, Miles, and I'm going to invite Mitch up and we're going to show a couple more athletic tests. Mitch, come on up. Okay, one of the great things, if you're dealing with an athlete, let's say martial artist, extreme fighter, anyone who's really in tune with their body, there's a demonstration called an elite athlete test. Okay? This really looks at strength, balance, coordination, flexibility, and endurance all at one time. So it really stresses the system. So if you're finding by doing the balance, it's not really working that great, or the strength are too strong for you, or they're really manipulating how they're doing it, the elite athlete test always works 100% of the time. So how that works is you're going to put them first into a normal balance stance. So both arms out and lift one leg, any leg. Now, depending on the leg, if they lift this leg, they're going to move that arm forward. So go ahead and bring that arm forward. So the leg and arm are parallel. Bring the leg up a little bit more at 90 degrees off the body. You're going to put your palm on their wrist, your hand on their knee. Now what I want you to do is bend at the waist, bend forward, tuck your chin in. Now I'm going to say hold, hold, and you resist. And you notice Mitch is in great shape. He was able to get in the position. Most people can't even get there. But once you start applying pressure, guess what happens? They end up falling over. Now, let's say someone is a golfer. Have you ever golfed, Mitch?
Miniature golf.
Okay, so you understand. Why don't you go into, let's imagine you have a driver in your hand, okay, and you're going to go into a backswing. Okay. So you bring it up. So now what you want to do while they're in the backswing, I want you to loosen this arm, leave the other hand there, and bring this arm forward. And I'm going to check his strength. You ready? Hold. And you'll notice he's weaker. Here's what's happening. You're using multiple parts of the brain. They're not in sync. So that will show a golfer that they're not in balance when they're golfing. Another one is if you go in a putting position, because you've done mini putt. So go back in a putting position. Bring, okay, give me this arm as well. Leave the other arm there. Okay. Hold. And you'll notice again he's weak. The parts of the brain are not in sync. They're not communicating. So when you're dealing with an athlete, another great demonstration, if you want, is if someone plays a sport with grip required. Baseball, tennis, lacrosse, even golf. You can have them put their baby finger and their thumb together so it's touching. Go ahead and do that. Put your wrist flat. Bring it out to me. And what I'm going to do is put a finger in by the baby finger and a finger by the thumb. Now I'm going to give the command hold, and then I'm going to pull and you resist. You ready? Hold, and you'll notice it comes apart. Now you can check the other hand. Put the hand out, bring it forward so the camera can see, and hold. And you'll notice it's also weak. So what'll happen, sometimes one hand's stronger than the other. If it's a golfer, I'll say, have you ever hit a slice? Do you have a slice? Do you find you're pushing the ball? Okay, that's because uneven grip strength. All of these demonstrations I'm sharing with you, once you're done, you just give them a shot of the product and redo the demo. One more for those of you who are dealing with maybe some middle school football players or high school football, big sport in this country. Let's go ahead and let's put you in a linebacker stance. So I just want you to go in a linebacker stance, okay? And let's take one of these arms out here, and I'm going to say hold and you resist. You ready? Hold, and you'll notice the person's weak, okay? No matter who you are, whether you're an NFL player or you're a Pop Warner player, they're always going to be weak. So the great thing is, after you do the demo, you go ahead and give them the product and redo that demonstration again. 100% of the time you're going to notice that difference. So the key is have fun, and don't forget to share the product. Thank you.